One of the biggest arcade sports games of all time is finally playing in a home system near you. That's right, NBA Jam for the Super Nintendo and Genesis are here. Whichever system you're a fan of, you have a choice, since unlike many titles, NBA Jam was released simultaneously for both platforms. The big dilemma for most people is, which one is better? Are the graphics better on the Super Nintendo? Is the gameplay better on the Genesis? Does the Super Nintendo slow down at all? Which one has the better sound? Let's take a look and see. When you first turn on the two game systems, they're virtually identical. This is the Super Nintendo version, and this is the Genesis version. Other than the Super Nintendo version being a tiny bit crisper, both versions are the same. That's pretty much the story for the whole game. It doesn't matter which version you get, they're both great. The Genesis does seem to have an edge in speed, while the graphics and sound seem a little better on the Super Nintendo. On the downside, NBA Jam is missing some of the most celebrated players in basketball. Maybe it's because they all seem to have their own games. Despite this, the game definitely has enough name players to keep me satisfied. On the whole, this game is extremely close to its arcade counterpart. The gameplay for both versions is excellent, allowing your player to do whatever your little heart desires. And for the ultimate experience, grab 3 of your basketball buddies and jam it together. This is definitely the ultimate party game. There are a few little extra goodies in this game that you don't see in other basketball games. The dish-off maneuver, for one, and the turbo boost is a great idea. I even like the fact that you stay one player while the computer keeps track of the other. And of course, those hot streaks are great. Look, I'm in a zone. One large mistake on the Super Nintendo version is the omission of a save game feature. Instead, you have to keep track of a very long password. In my opinion, this should be a thing of the past. Score 1 for the Genesis version. The setup of the game is extremely simple. You pick your team, represented by 2 of its top players, then play against as many other teams as you can beat. No seasons and no 5-man teams, just 2-on-2 hoops. But who cares? It's still great. Just the thrill of throwing a few down in the face of the competition was enough to hook me on this game. And if you're worried about which version to purchase, don't worry, you can't really go wrong. Though I must say I preferred the Genesis version a little bit more because of the same game feature. Overall, NBA Jam for both systems is fantastic.